Hello, friends. This is Sharmi. I'm back again from the Amateur Gardener. We are getting a little bit of a cold snap. Like for us, a cold snap is like temperatures in the 30s. But it's actually pretty pleasant outside, especially if you're in the sun. I mean, my patio gets a lot of shade, so it's a little chilly here. But once I'll be going out there, it will be really nice. We actually went to a plant giveaway yesterday in the Houston area, and they were giving away some fruit trees. We actually picked up three. I wanted a blueberry. I didn't get it. They already ran out of the blueberries by the time I went there. But I did get a Barbados cherry. It's like a semi tropical plant or subtropical plant. I also got an apple. I'll post the varieties up, and it actually is pollinates with cross pollinates with a couple of other apples that I have. I think the Golden Dorset and the Anna, and the apple that I got was El Shamir or something is the name. I'll post the name. I did not hear of that name before. But and the third tree that I got is a brown turkey fig. So let me show you the three plants. So here you go. That's the fig, this one that has already leafed out and everything. This is actually an evergreen. So this is the Barbados cherry, and then the one with the three sticks and a few branches on top, that's the apple. That's already actually has little buds there sitting on top. I will be planting them in the back of my vegetable garden bed. um, I used to have a lemon and an orange tree there before, but those died back in the 2021 freeze. We call it the Texas freeze. And I did plant, I think, a Flavor Delight apium in the place of the orange tree there last year. And then I plan to plant the apple tree that we picked up yesterday in the place of the lemon tree we had. And so we are trying to plant, as I said, the apple tree will go somewhere in this corner here. We had a lemon tree here that died in the 2021 freeze. This place has been lying like vacant for a while. There's a little bit of weeds, not a whole lot. We plan to add some compost and mulch to this area this week on top of native soil and compost which we had applied earlier. So I'm using my hoe to kind of clean up the area. It does do a pretty decent job of getting the weeds with the roots for the most part. Okay, friends, so this is me with the apple tree. This is, as I said, the Ein Scheimer, Scheimer. That's what it says on the tag. This is something, as I was telling you, I got it in a giveaway yesterday. So we're going to plant it here. We had a huge Meyer lemon tree here, which died. And now I'm going to plant it. We dug a hole. I'm going to put some little bit of biotone here. And I'm going to put the tree in. This area has a mix of compost and of course our native clay soil. Oh wow, I didn't think this was so well rooted. Okay, there you go. That's what I thought. It wasn't that well rooted. There is the apple tree. It'll kind of fill up this corner space. I think our neighbors will get some of the apples, but that's okay. Now let's go on to planting the other two trees. We'll plant the fig here. This is the pear tree that is on its last legs that I plan to get rid of. And this is like all filled with garlic. I read somewhere that co-planting brassica and garlic is great. It works to control bugs that infest brassicas typically. Okay, so let's get going on to planting. I'm trying to declutter this place a little bit, and then we'll plant the two cherries. This is the second plant we picked up at the giveaway yesterday. It's a brown turkey fig. I'm going to plant it around here. This area has some compost, but more clay soil. So I'm going to amend it a little more with some more compost. I think over the years it'll get a lot better. And this talking about this fig, figs grow very well in zones like 8 through 10. They are pretty hardy. I have lost one fig in the whole time that I have been planting gardening at all, but and I think I lost that from a freeze. But anyway, I probably wasn't patient enough. I just took it out. I should have kept it longer enough for it to root out. But anyway, most of the top of the big tree, fig tree had died. I don't remember the variety. This one is a brown turkey fig. We expect it to do well in like average soil. Does need some good drainage, which is why I'm adding the compost to the clay soil mixed with some organic matter here. One thing about figs is that you should plant it as far as possible from your home. Their roots grow more horizontal, and they can, like, circle around structures or pipes and other things. So this is, to my knowledge, the fig should be planted farthest from your home as far as possible. If planting it by the fence here, and this is pretty far off from all the houses around here, at least around 40 feet from the house, maybe more. Okay, so let's get going. We already dug up the hole here to some extent. Okay, that's the fig. Now let's move on to the Barbados cherry. We'll be planting this cherry here. So, starting with some biotone. The door holes, we already dug it a little while back. And now I'm trying to take this plant out, causing minimum damage. We'll see how successful I am. Apparently, doesn't look like this plant was planted too long ago. It's not rooted at all, but it's a free plant. I believe I have some echinacea in this area. I may have damaged some of it, but echinacea is hardy. You can see some coming up right there. I think it'll come right back up. This area gets almost full sun. Hopefully, not hopefully, as the trees that are here, there are a bunch of fruit trees here. As the trees grow taller and bigger, I do expect it to get some shade, which isn't a bad thing totally in Houston. If it's like partial shade, we get a lot of sun and get really, really hot over the summer. I love shade gardens. You always yearn for things that you don't have. Okay, just added a little bit of compost to this. The soil is pretty good. It doesn't need it. This whole area is going to get about 3-inch layer of compost soon, probably next weekend. So I'm not too worried about the soil at all. We do have clay soil. I can't do much about it. I can only amend it over a period of time with a lot of organic matter. And then I do fertilize my plants once a year. I use Espoma's products. There are so many other companies there. I usually order my stuff, all my fertilizers in like big bags, usually over the winter, and I order them online. So I get usually a better price. So if I ordered the 25-pound bag or the 18-pound bag, it gives me a much better price. I usually end up using up all of the 18-pound bags. Usually I would use like Hollytone is one I commonly use for most plants. But then there are special ones like I would use rose tone for the roses. I do use tree tone. I used Hollytone 1 year, but after that I started using tree tone for the bigger fruit trees. I do use some soil acidifier. I plan to use a little more of soil acidifier. I've ordered a big bag of it for my hydrangeas. I get a lot of like pink blooms. I'm trying to see if I can change the soil to make it a little bit like bluish purple or whatever. I like other colors. You always like things that you don't have and you want to experiment. Um, with my science background, I always like to experiment and see, let's see if that works. If it doesn't work, I'll try again with something else, maybe change my experiment procedure a little bit, and I would try a new experiment again. So those were the three plants that I got in the giveaway yesterday that I planted, and I hope you liked the video. And if you did, please like and subscribe. Otherwise, I will see you in the next one. I do plan to do some cleaning up, so I'm hopeful that it will look a lot nicer after the cleanup, and especially after we have that organic layer of compost put in all these garden beds. Okay, so see you in the next video. Bye bye.